And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. Across from me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And with me today, I have quite the guest.
It's a huge guest, probably the biggest guest that the Cameron Woolley Show has gotten.
No respect to Q. No disrespect to Q.
Mean, yes, no respect to Brian Q. Quinn from Impractical Jokers, but yeah.
It is just my absolute honor. It's a privilege to welcome the creator of This Week in Sports Ball. A lot of you might know him for that. A lot of you might know him also for his series, The Legacy of Failure, where he talks about a bunch of teams and how they choke a lot in the playoffs. You might also know him for The Haters Guide, but most people know him as the undisputed king of shit posting on sports on YouTube. It is my honor, my friends, to welcome Urinating Tree to the Cameron Woolley Show.
What's up, man?
All right, so we're going to lead off with a little bit. We're going to lead off with some football because that's the only thing that's really going on right now in sports, at least.
Where do you want to begin, my friend? I would be lying if I said that I wasn't feeling really bad for you right now. Just absolutely horrible. But, well, you know what? I'll let you tell me how you're feeling right now.
Well, Tree, as you may or may not know, I am a diehard Giants fan, and you have experience with miserable Giants fans. Mm-hmm. So they lost on Monday Night Football by 2 points to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it was a similar, a predictable, yet at the same time heartbreaking loss.
Is it heartbreaking?
Yeah, well,
is it more heartbreaking that they actually just give you any inkling of hope?
Yes.
Or would you rather they be blown out?
That's the thing. This team's a tease. This team's a tease every single week. Like Tree, like that don't they? Like they're close every week.
Well, they keep losing like in strange fashion. The sad part is you have a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. You win that game.
Absolutely.
That's the sad part.
Yeah, dude, Jones.
He had that final drive, but most of it was luck. I mean, he technically should have been down on that 4th and 5, but the linebacker over pursued.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But like that second pick was just inexcusable.
Oh
just
my
take
god,
the sack.
dude!
And I'm watching it on a treadmill, like at the gym. I'm like, dude, just take the sack. What are you doing?
So like so many Giants fans.
He's trying to be way too cute, and I mean, it's something you have to work yourself out of. But like,
I mean, they had to have told him by now, right? I'm like, dude, don't just chuck the ball up like indiscriminately. Just
something that's like it's something you have to work out of, and it's tough.
It's instinct. That's what it is. It's instinct.
Just go down and fall down. Like he knows how to fall down, so obviously he
knows how to fall down. He just doesn't know how to hang on to the football while falling down.
We learned he knows how to fall down real good. So, and I felt bad as I know they gave you false hope.
Oh yeah, every week they give me false hope. They had the lead 14-3, and I remember sitting here. I wasn't even excited. I was in no way, shape, or form excited. I was just sitting there, and I'm like, dude, we know what's gonna happen. And then with Jones, it's like, I'm sorry, man. It's just so many. Anyways, just Giants fans gave so much shit to Eli Manning for taking too many sacks and going down too easily, and not extending plays, which to some degree was valid, but dude.
Well, look where that got them, 2 Super Bowls. So
I mean, yeah, I don't want to. I'm talking about the fans that tried to talk shit about Eli Manning, but
I know. I just felt bad. And I saw that last touchdown to Golden Tate, which kind of looked like he chucked up the ball. Golden Tate did all the work.
Oh yeah,
it looked like he just chucked the ball.
Oh yeah, Tate and
Golden Tate made that was a great catch.
Yeah, I don't get why they haven't fed him the ball that much. Every single time they give him the ball, he does stuff with it.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, and I know you tweeted it. It came down to a 2-point conversion. They had hope. They had a chance.
I'm like, they're not getting the 2. It's like, are you kidding me? And granted, I'm hearing a lot of people were talking about whether there was some kind of ref ball going on there on the 2-point conversion with the PI.
Sure.
That was more of a bad throw, I feel like, than PI. I mean, that's incidental contact. He's playing the ball.
So you have no statement that his back was turned. He was defending. He wasn't even looking at the ball. Maybe they should have called it. They did call it for a second.
Like, yeah, they had the flag on the ground and they picked it up. I don't even know. Just that every single week. It's like, I don't even know why I bother talking about this team every week, because it's the same thing. It's Groundhog Day. That's why I tweet every week, Groundhog Day.
Well, I want you to talk about it because it's like sitting on a psychiatrist's couch. Like, you got to just get it out.
It's catharsis.
Yes.
I mean, there's at least a positive here. You're not a Jets fan.
Oh, my God, yeah. Dude.
So at least you have that going for you. Your quarterback hasn't legitimately been ruined by your coaching staff.
Okay, from your point of view, bigger lolcow, Giants or Jets?
Jets. Easily Jets. The Giants just have their head up their ass. The Jets are just malignant.
Like, at least the Giants have some kind of reputation in the past to fall back on. The Jets.
You've won Super Bowls in the past 10 years.
Yeah, I guess that's good. I mean, winning a Super Bowl in 2011, I have complained to a multitude of fans. Like I have a friend that's a Browns fan. I'll complain around him and he'll just scoff at me. Mm-hmm. He'll just be like, "Oh, you're suffering."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get why a Browns fan.
I mean, you kind of are. Your team's a mess. But at the same time, it's just like you have won championships.
Like, at least I have that
in recent memory.
Yes, I can
in your lifetime, Cameron Woolley.
Yes,
in your short lifetime, shorter than mine. I'm an old man, but.
Oh, but I have good news for you, Giants fans. You claimed Dante Pettis on waivers.
Dante. What?
Wide receiver for the Niners.
I mean, I guess that's cool. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, this came. 49ers cut former second-round pick Dante Pettis 2 days after crucial fumble with no trade materializing. Although I guess the trade, it wasn't a trade. They picked him off waivers. So more.
It's a waiver. That's pretty much all. It's not a bad.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Giants fans on Twitter and Instagram to talk about it like he's going to be some big depth grab. Kind of like how they treated Corey Coleman.
Why'd you put me second string, coach? Why'd you make me second string?
Wow, so another Giant who can't hang under the football. That's
Corey Coleman, the practice squad. He's on your practice squad, right?
Last time I checked, maybe? I think
you just signed him there, but I'm not sure.
Yes, he is on the practice squad.
Okay, he is on the practice squad. That's all right. From what I remember...
Now there's a bust of a draft pick.
Yikes,
Corey,
yeah. Oof. I think he had not his only touchdown reception as a Brown in his rookie year, but I remember he had one of the very few.
He had that big drop in week 17 that solidified 0-16. The only reason why I know that is because he played the Steelers.
Well, everybody knows about that. I mean, you're having a good time as a Steelers fan, dude. Did you expect this?
No, not at all. Like, I expected mediocrity. I did not expect 7-0.
Okay, I know you throw around this term a lot. And the Steelers have gone through quite a bit of turnover, and you use this term a lot to describe teams turning over their roster. But do you think there's been a culture change in Pittsburgh?
A little bit. I mean, they got rid of some of the cancer. I mean, Ben's at least changed, or at least started to change a little bit, I think.
Yeah, well, they also cut out the tumor.
They cut out they forced out a lot of cancer. Le'Veon, AB. The defense they overhauled. I think that's the big thing, if anything.
Oh, yeah, that defense is finally... The past few years watching the Steelers, I don't watch them that much, but I try to catch some of their games whenever they're playing and they're on CBS. And the Jets aren't hogging up that time slot in my area.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I'm noticing is that over the past couple years, I'm seeing a different kind of Steelers team.
Yeah, I have more confidence in them this year than I did in 2017. Because if you go back in 2017, I was very skeptical of them.
Oh, my God.
They were doing like the same thing. It's like they played no legit quarterbacks. They would always play like shit. They beat down in the fourth quarter or tied. And then there'd either be this outstanding play by Ben, Bell, Antonio Brown. They make this great catch or like this incredible feat. They bail him out. Chris Boswell would nail like a 40 to 50 yard field goal and win the game. That happened more times than not. It was only a matter of time before they got exposed, and they did.
Yeah, against the dreaded Saxonville.
Mm-hmm. I saw that coming a mile away.
Oh, yeah, I remember your Congrats Steelers video. That was one of your, in my opinion, that's one of your best.
So, yeah, you got to be feeling pretty good. So, second time in franchise history, they've gone 7-0. The last time they did, they won the Super Bowl. Yes, they beat
Super Bowl.
The dreaded Tom Landry-led Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Yinzer in your basement has got to be very happy.
Yes, he's very, very happy. In fact, he wouldn't stop talking about getting Super Bowl. Mm-hmm.
And
gotta go down the Giant Eagles and get some IC light.
Def.
And the 7-0 has not been a cakewalk, so they've beaten some pretty good teams.
Well, they had some weak teams, but the last two have been legitimate tests.
You almost screwed the pooch against the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, you deserve to be criticized nearly blowing a 20-point lead. But they made it through.
Okay, against the Ravens, this is where I think a lot of people are starting to buy them.
The thing with the Ravens is, like, they would have won that game if Lamar Jackson didn't turn the ball over so. Like, he had, like, issues with fumbles and interceptions. I'm like, I thought you were done with this shit, man.
Hey, maybe coaches just kind of figured him out, I guess. Yeah, it's a thing that can happen with quarterbacks that have great seasons, and then if they game plan right for him.
Yeah, go back to the game tape, see some flaws, some weaknesses. Like that, I don't know, man. That guy can adapt, man. So this was a legit victory, man. Good defense, man.
Yeah, man. It's that.
Yep.
Okay, do you think TJ Watt is currently the better Watt brother in the league right now in terms of?
I don't know. I mean,
talent?
In terms of like right now, probably, but that's because TJ is like 30 and he's playing on a bad team. Like, that would be the only reason.
JJ, you mean?
Yeah, JJ, I mean. Don't forget about Derek Watt, the fullback, also with the Steelers.
Oh, my God. Oh, imagine if the Steelers pulled off a trade at the trade deadline to get JJ.
Huh. Titans would have never allowed it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I'm looking to.
I mean, it would have been nice. The Steelers really didn't need him, though, unfortunately. I mean, you have Tuitt and Hayward. They're pretty solid. Alawalu's been pretty solid as well. And it is what it is.
Yeah, you got the Cowboys this week.
Yeah, Jerry World. I mean, should not be a formidable opponent, but I don't know. I guess don't underestimate anything this season, right? but if I were a betting man, I don't know what the line is. I would put it on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, the Cowboys are probably going to be starting the vaunted Ben DiNucci.
No, actually, they are not starting Ben DiNucci. Wow, they're changing it up. They are starting either Cooper Rush or Orlando Apollo's legend Garrett Gilbert.
Oh, Orlando
Like
Apollos.
Danucci played last week, it was bad. Like he was trying way too hard. Like he was like slinging sidearm. It's like, dude. I mean, and that's not really the fault of Danucci. He shouldn't have even been in that situation to begin with. But it was bad.
I didn't catch any of that Sunday night game because I had way better things to entertain myself with than Eagles Cowboys for the 5 millionth time on Sunday Night Football.
You didn't want to tune in prime time Sunday Night Football between these two titans of suck, just to see what the outcome was.
Tank division, just
hardcore tank division.
I mean, as much as I love, seeing, say, Mike Tyson fight, say, Holyfield, sometimes the Glass Joe battles, Glass Joe versus Glass Joe is also entertaining, right?
Always.
Oh man.
And who do the Giants have coming up this
week? The Washington football team.
Oh, again. So I can't remember if I asked you this. How much are they going to regret accidentally winning that game a couple weeks ago?
Oh my God. The Jets have 0-16 potential.
Sure.
Jones hasn't progressed at all. If anything, he's regressed from his rookie year.
Right.
And a lot of fumbles.
And the problems are only glaring even more. Not only is he fumbling, but he's also throwing a shitload of picks. So that's horrid. And I have a bad feeling that if the Giants aren't at first overall and Gettleman stays at GM, which is probably going to happen, knowing how much the Maras value organizational loyalty. And even if they do fire Gettleman, they're going to hire from within the organization, which has been rotting and festering ever since 2013. So I still think that if they're not at first overall, they don't take a quarterback. Even though Justin Fields, I can get not taking Justin Fields because he's from Ohio State and there's a lot of red flags that come from quarterbacks from Ohio State. I mean, the team that the Giants are playing, they drafted their own project from Buckeye Nation and he didn't work out. Whatever reason that didn't work out, but it just didn't. And that might scare the Giants away from Fields. And I guess also it helps that Penny Sewell is looking to be a more likely than not franchise left tackle. But dude, if I'm the Giants, I try my best to go 1-15 and pray that the Jets win one or two games. Maybe they get a tiebreaker, and then the Giants get the first overall pick to draft Trevor Lawrence. And we just wait for him to suffer behind that terrible offensive line for a few years until it gets fixed.
Hey, is Joe Judge still making everyone run laps and everything?
Whatever approach he's taking, it's not really working. I mean, they look better coached than they have in the last few years, which says absolutely nothing about this team, because they went through Slick McAdoo and Pat. I made Case Keenum good that one year, Shermer. So
yeah, I mean, if
that means
that
absolutely
slightly
nothing.
better coaching doesn't lead to victories, then yeah, what's the point?
What sucks is that their defense is actually starting to perform.
Right.
Like James Bradbury is arguably a top 3 corner in football.
Good point. Good point. Well, I have some more good news here for you, I guess. This comes courtesy in the New York Post. So the Giants' average margin to defeat in the first half of the season was 13 points in 2017, 8.5 in 2018, 13.6 in 2019. This year it's down to 7.8. So
hooray! We're only losing by just over 1 touchdown, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, that's progress is progress. Am I right?
Yeah, I know progress. I gotta take the wins.
How long until you bench Daniel Jones for Geno Smith?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Don't remind me. Don't remind me of that.
Dude.
That was I've never been more jaded toward one of my sports teams than when McAdoo did that.
That was bad, dude. Like, at least start Davis Webb and see what you've got. Don't start fucking Geno Smith. That was an ego thing.
Oh my God, yeah. That was like when the Bills benched Tyrod Taylor for Nathan Peterman.
Mm-hmm. Ego. And then Nathan Peterman was nowhere near ready, and he lost them the game.
Yeah. It sucks. Peterman was actually good at Pitt.
He was really good at Pitt. It was sad to see him like fall apart like that.
Yeah, just.
So I mean, he's still in the NFL, but I don't know if he's going to get another shot.
Oh no, he's not going to get another shot. The legend of Peter meme is too big.
Mm-hmm.
Way too big. How about we talk about Tua for a second?
Oh, hey.
The Dolphins, Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa.
And my friend who's a Dolphins fan has been ruthlessly criticizing me for saying his name wrong. It's not pronounced Tua Tagovailoa. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa.
And even when I say it right, for some reason I still somehow butcher it. I haven't looked at his line yet, but I think Tua had a pretty solid start as Ming leaves the room real quick. But from what I saw, I thought he looked pretty good. I mean, it was a quarterback making his first start. He wasn't making boneheaded mistakes like a certain other quarterback we've talked about. And although I think this win mostly attributes to the Dolphins defense, because I did see a lot of returns.
Yeah, it was special teams and turnovers. Like, Jared Goff got eaten alive.
Oh my God, yeah. Dude, Jared Goff, he threw 61 times? Good Lord, no wonder he has so many passing yards. They don't have a running game. Or they do have kind of a running game, but they don't use it.
Well, the problem with their running game is they don't have like a legit number one. That's the problem with the Rams.
They got that. Who's that running back that they got? Number 27. I keep.
Darrell Henderson?
Yeah, Darrell Henderson.
I thought he was like a second or a third round pick.
Yeah,
but he's not bad. But he's not a number one yet. I mean, Gurley was their big guy, and they're paying him in dead cap. Speaking of Gurley, I'm surprised he returned to form. I thought he was done by injuries.
Yeah, but he's also playing on the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother.
That's a different story.
A whole nother dimension.
Oh, dude, you've got to be loving the Falcons right now. They're giving you endless.
Well, a little bit, and then they're going to go like 6-10, 7-9, and nothing changes.
No, I thought that, like, I'm talking about just the choking and how much content.
Oh dear God, that's horrid. They've done 3 times in 6 weeks with an over like 95% chance of winning.
Dude, that is. Like,
the issue isn't Todd Gurley really scoring a touchdown, even though that was bad. The problem is their defense couldn't stop shit.
Oh yeah, their defense always.
If they don't blow those games, they're 5-3.
Yeah, and Falcons fans are going to use that as an excuse to say that their team is good.
Yeah, and then they're going to keep choking again because they don't have a defense, and they're going to keep Raheem Morris as coach, and nothing changes.
Dude, poor Julio Jones, man. Like, think about it. He
is a legendary player.
He's getting up there in age, and I heard
Julio,
no
I think, is like, what, 32?
Yeah, he was drafted in 2011. I don't know how old he is.
31. He's 31.
Yeah, he's 31. That's old for a receiver. Although for his kind of
some older receivers go big, like Larry Fitzgerald. He's still clicking.
Okay, Larry Fitzgerald was taken in the same draft class as Eli Manning. And I think he was taken in the same class as Eli, and he lasted longer than him. So I guess it's good for him. But yeah, I'm shocked that I didn't hear Julio's name in any trade rumors because
cap hit. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. Also paying receivers those big money contracts. Some GMs might be a little cautious in regards to trading for receivers who have big contracts.
It's cap hit plus the pandemic. Everything's like really iffy. No one's gonna want to pay up shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With how the cap might not be. Yeah, might not rise. It didn't rise in the NHL, which is a huge deal. Like I didn't really, when I looked at it, I didn't notice that much, but did the cap not rising in this league could be a huge deal, especially for some of the teams.
Saints are going to be in trouble.
Oh my God, yeah, the Saints.
Yeah, they're $100 million over the cap.
Wow.
I looked it up. I think it's like 275. Let me look that up real quick. I think I've saved in my likes.
That's insane.
Yep. The Saints now have 276.2 allocated to their 2021 salary cap in a season where the league maximum may drop to 175 million.
Oh
yeah.
God. Dude, and I think
and they're not even that good. They're suspect.
Yeah, like they're paying Michael Thomas.
Yeah, Michael Thomas is throwing red flags left and right.
Dude, they're paying Michael Thomas upwards of $10-20 million to catch slants and make unnecessary headlines.
Punch teammates in the face.
That's right. Oh my God. I can get paying Breeze because he's a franchise. Well,
he's your last chance, and he's on the decline.
Oh yeah, like I haven't seen him. He's gun shy now. Like he doesn't throw deep anymore. Partly because he can't throw deep, and also Michael Thomas, his number one receiver, he can only run slants.
Well, slants, that's the only thing Drew Brees can really throw, that and screens to Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, though, that's a stud right there. Talk about a good back. Alvin Kamara. They're also paying Latavius Murray. Not really much of a handsome sum, but a good bit. They're also paying Janoris Jenkins for the remainder of his 2016 contract that he got from former Dave Gettleman, Jerry Reese, in his spending spree that worked out for a whole 1 year and then bit him in the ass for the last 4. What the Patrick Robinson? Why?
That's a good chunk right there,
what
man.
The hell? Dude, what? Did the guy had 1 pick 6 in the NFC Championship game? 1. And he's just vanished ever since then.
That's why you pay him.
I can get paying Malcolm Jenkins because he's good. I can definitely get paying Ryan Ramczyk.
Oh, Ramczak's an elite right tackle.
And the Giants took perennial Butterfingers spokesman Evan Engram over him.
Well, a lot of teams took Ramczyk, guys over Ramczyk. Steelers technically took T.J. Watt over Ramczyk.
Well, yeah, but at least T.J. Watt has become a premium pass rusher.
Yep.
Didn't they give a crazy extension to Taysom Hill?
Yeah, I think they're paying him like over $20 million.
To be a gimmick.
Well, it's because they think he's like the quarterback of the future.
He's 30.
He's 30, but he's going to, his cap next year is a $10 million salary, a $16 million cap hit in 2021.
Wow.
If they cut him, it's $11 million in dead cap.
Dude. You don't cut Taysom Hill.
They're not going to cut Taysom Hill.
No, I don't get how he hasn't tried out at receiver for the Saints yet, because he's actually a damn good receiver.
He's doing both. I think he's like, in fantasy, he's like a tight end.
What? Well,
He's their gadget guy. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver.
He can do
tight
it
end.
all.
Oh,
Soon enough, he'll probably be playing defensive back and wide receiver and offensive line.
He's earning that paycheck.
It's like, oh, hold on, Ryan Ramchick's out, and here comes the new starting right tackle, Taysom Hill.
Oh my God, he just can do it all, can he?
Mm-hmm.
They also got famous Jameis on the payroll.
Yep. Well, famous Jameis is more of a stopgap, to develop.
I feel like
Even
Jameis
though-
Winston. Okay, about Jameis Winston, I still think he can become a successful quarterback in this league if a coach just kind of with the right kind of coaching.
Maybe.
Like,
The problem with him is, if it weren't for the turnovers, he'd be elite.
Oh my God!
Like, he has the arm strength, he has the accuracy, he has all the intangibles to be one of the best quarterbacks in this league. He just has terrible decision making. He keeps turning the damn ball over.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something you really can't coach.
Well, I mean, if you have put the right scheme around him, maybe. Give him some big man wide receivers.
Yeah, give him the right system.
I mean, that's what the Giants did with Eli Manning. He threw picks for the first few years of his career until they brought in
Yeah, he nearly ran him out of town.
Until they brought in Plaxico Burress, and he just became a 6'5" lurch with arms that were similar to Slenderman arms and could just catch everything if you threw it in his direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jameis Winston on the Saints is something that could be very interesting in the future. It's not going to happen for another couple of years, but...
I think Breeze might retire after this year. It's like kind of in that Peyton Manning stage.
When's his contract up?
Drew Brees?
Yeah, Drew Brees.
I think they just extended him for this past year. They're worried about him not playing.
He's
Let's
a
take a look.
free agent. Okay, we have it right now. He's a free agent after 2023.
Jesus.
He'll be 44.
44.
Some of it's like voided. So he's under contract for next season too.
Yeah.
Jesus. With the $36 million cap and a $25 million salary. Jesus.
Wow. That's...
If you cut him, it's a $22 million dead cap.
Dude, that is just... And it's not like he's Tom Brady. You know what? Drew Brees needs Bruce Arians. Because for some reason...
With Brees is that he doesn't have the arm strength or the ability he once had. Age is making him decline. And it happens to everyone. So,
yeah.
Not much you can do there.
I mean, Tom Brady's holding out somehow.
I thought he was done after last year. He did not look good last year.
Yeah, I was talking with over the offseason, I was talking with Bucs fans. I'm like, dude, you realize Brady is 42. And he had his first signs of decline last year. He's 42 years old. He's going to fall off a cliff. And now, I should have known with Bruce Arians. He's just a wizard when it comes to reviving old senile quarterbacks. I mean, he turned Carson Palmer into a MVP candidate in 2015. So, also they put a bunch of tools around him to succeed.
Yep.
Yeah, they did for sure. No doubt. Oh man.
But yeah, good luck to the Saints, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they look iffy as hell. They do not look like they're in full sync, or they look suspect as hell.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, they should have lost to the Chargers. They were a good play caller for Chicago away from losing to the Bears. Panthers they nearly lost to. So like they're ripe for
getting torn apart by the right team. Well, the Bears are also another highly suspect.
Oh, they were easily suspect. They've been lucky as hell.
Dude, The legend of Big Dick Nick might not be. I mean, it was cool for that game against the Falcons, but other than that, we haven't seen a lot of that 2017, 2018 Nick Foles.
Well, Nick Foles is a situational quarterback. That's the thing. He's best in those short spurts, kind of like, the playoff run with Philly, 2019 or 2018 with Philly. You had, against the Falcons with the Bears. Like, he's best in those short situations, give you like a jolt. That's what Nick Foles is. You try to rely on him as a full-time starter, he just doesn't have the ability to do it in full-time spurts.
It sucks because I remember in 2013, Foles he gave me nightmares.
2013 Foles was elite. Then he went to St. Louis and got ruined.
I gotta remember I was sitting there watching Foles in 2013, and I'm just being like, we're gonna have to deal with this. We're gonna have to deal with this for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
You kidding me? And then that's the thing with a bunch of NFC East quarterbacks that come up as potential franchise saviors for either the Eagles, Cowboys, or a football team. Like I remember with RG3 in 2012, I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to deal with this for 15 years.
Yeah.
Nick Foles, oh God, I'm gonna have to deal with this for over a decade. And with the Cowboys, oh God, Tony Romo, and then he broke his collarbone. Then Dak Prescott. Well, for the first couple years, he was kind of a meme, but then it just became, oh God, Dak Prescott, I'm gonna have to deal with this for the next 10 years. And then he broke his ankle. We don't know what's happening with him.
Yeah, I think Dak Prescott isn't really going to hurt that much in terms of money. You're looking at what the Cowboys are doing without him. He's just in there like, hey, Jerry, see how bad your offense is without me? Pay me. Pay me, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You're the only reason your offense clicks.
So, dude, and Jerry Jones has been extremely hesitant to pay him. Like, he paid Zeke over him, which...
Yeah, that worked out, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's working out well. Great.
Well, the problem is you pay running backs. That's not a good sign.
Yeah. Which brings us to one of our mailbag questions.
Cameron Woolley mailbag is back and in effect.
Yep, absolutely.
What do we got this week?
Oh my God, we have so much. Oh my God.
So, well, I mean, we haven't really read a mailbag entry in weeks.
I just mentioned Trey. I just mentioned your name, and now everything's flooding in.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna go to the Prescott question. This is from my friend Dr. Salt. You might have heard his name a few times.
Oh, yep.
Where is Dak Prescott ranked among quarterbacks? Dr. Salt asks.
It's a tough question. I always struck him as like a Tony Romo type, a good and not great guy. A guy who's going to put up a lot of stats and, be Pro Bowl caliber. But he never struck me as like the elite of the elite. He struck me as more of that second tier. So that's where I'm still seeing him as, like that second tier of quarterback, like with the likes of like Phillip Rivers of the time. Couple else. Who else would you really say is in that category? Like Deshaun Watson at this point.
Yeah, poor Deshaun Watson.
I love Deshaun Watson. He should be up higher, but it's Deshaun.
Derek Carr.
Carr, I'd probably say maybe.
Like when he was at his best, Derek Carr.
Yeah, Carr was good. Probably say maybe Ben would be in that category.
Matthew Stafford.
Lamar Jackson. Stafford, maybe. 2-minute drill Stafford's definitely up in that category.
Oh, yeah. Matthew Stafford. I don't know what it is with him with his 2-minute drills. That guy is just...
That's because you're playing for Detroit. Imagine him on a real team.
Oh, my God. Oh, dude, Stafford was... Like, I'll talk to my dad so much about, like, other players, and he's like, Matthew Stafford isn't really that good. And I'm like,
he's overrated. Like, he's a stat guy. Like, he puts up lots of stats, but he doesn't, like, lead a team anywhere.
You pick him in fantasy.
But that might be more on Detroit.
You pick him in fantasy. That's what you do.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the best fantasy quarterbacks in the league. Except for last year. He just, like, got injured and didn't do much. And now he has COVID. So great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, where else? Wentz in that category.
Yeah, I'm higher on Wentz than a lot of people. Everyone thinks like Wentz is a bum, but like I don't agree with that.
I mean, before he started throwing a shit ton of picks, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I thought Cousins was going to do well in Minnesota. I'm disappointed.
Oh yeah, I thought when the Vikings signed Cousins, I had them pinned to win the NFC North. Like I remember, I'm just like, oh yeah, the Vikings, they're gonna do well. They're replacing that Case Keenum with the you like that guy. Oh yeah, he's gonna be. Oh yeah, they're gonna be really good. And then Cousins, and he was good last year. Like you saw what he did against the Saints in that playoff game. He was good last year. And then Matt Ryan, maybe you could put in that category.
Matt Ryan, yeah, I can see him in there.
Yeah. I don't want to drag on with this one for too long, but this is the one that's really perplexing me right now. You talked about how paying running backs is disastrous. Should the Giants cut their losses with Saquon?
No, I don't agree with that. I mean, you still have him for another couple of years, so I'd say just roll with him.
The thing is with Saquon, it's going to depend so much. I wouldn't sell him off now because of the torn ACL.
Yeah, you're going to be selling low on him, dude.
God, yeah.
Who's going to take him with his foot's almost falling off?
Well, somebody will claim him, but it'll be for like a low value. It'll be like for like a 4th round pick.
Okay, injured Saquon Barkley gets at least a 2nd.
I don't know about that, man, especially with values of running backs. And he hasn't really been performing that well.
Wow.
Leonard Fournette got cut. He couldn't even get a day 3 pick.
Wow. Well, I mean, Fournette was starting to kind of taper off a bit, but Barkley, at least, even last year, he put up big-time performances, and this year was more on the line.
I don't know, man. As I said, trade value is weird, especially with the risk factor of an ACL. If he were healthy, maybe you can get a 2nd for him. But like ACL, I just don't know.
I mean, yeah, I don't think the Giants should trade Saquon yet. I give it a year, at least a year, or at least until when contract talks start to kind of pop up as potential ideas and rumors and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, the Giants. This is from.
Thank you, Dr. Salt.
Yeah, this is from.
Excellent question.
This is from C Money in Tennessee. What teams do you think will make the college football playoff?
Oh, interesting question. I mean, Ohio State, I think, makes it. Bama makes it. Clemson makes it. 4th one will be interesting.
Yeah, 4th one.
I mean, you can make the argument for Georgia. You can make the argument for Notre Dame. Yeah,
Notre
you can
Dame
see
for some reason is always there.
Well, Notre Dame would probably be my choice at this time.
Yeah, for some reason, all the people I talk to, they're not really high on Notre Dame. They're just like, oh, Notre Dame sucks.
Notre Dame's always about hype, though. That's what you got to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah. Clemson almost lost.
Yeah, to Boston College, but that's
that was without Trevor Lawrence, yeah.
And that was with, I think, like a true freshman quarterback.
Oh, yeah. University of Miami? Miami, maybe. They're 4-1. Or they're 5-1. They're 5-1 overall, 4-1 in conference play. Although their one loss is probably to Clemson, which all in all probably kills them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought there were going to be a lot. To Penn State's 0-2.
Well, Ohio State was a predictable one, but Indiana, it's
Yeah.
They miss Michael
Indiana's,
Parsons.
yeah, Indiana's been, they're 2-0. I don't get how they're 2-0.
Well, the thing with like Penn State is I am a salty Pitt fan. Penn State is fucking toxic up here. So anytime Penn State loses, I will pounce on that shit. That is our fuel because Pitt is garbage. They talk about, oh, Pitt should be ranked higher. They need to be ranked higher. No. You've lost 4 straight. Fuck off. I don't want to hear another fucking word about Pitt being their time or their ranking again.
Was Pitt even ranked at one point?
Yep, they were ranked a couple weeks. I think highest was number 21.
Oh, that's good. It's more than my local BCS school. Rutgers. I mean, Rutgers, they gave us some fun laughs against Michigan State. And then they got manhandled by Indiana, who's ranked 13. Indiana, really? Wow, that's shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it currently stands, number 1 is Clemson, number 2 is Alabama, number 3 Ohio State, number 4 Notre Dame, number 5 is Georgia, and number 6 is Cincinnati.
Cincy.
5-0.
Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that.
Nope.
Was not expecting that at all. All right, now on to another question from iMoogly, a member of the Let the Kids Talk podcast.
All right.
What do the Cubs need to do this offseason? Quickly pivoting to baseball. Real quick.
I know, I think they didn't qualify Schwarber, right?
I haven't been following the Cubs that much.
I know the hitting core has been iffy, so I think it's time to start dismantling it.
Well,
like the rumor was they wanted to trade Chris Bryant last year. I think he's a free agent after next year, same as Javi Baez.
Okay, well, the thing with Bryant and Baez is that not only have they regressed a little bit, their value has vanished. I mean, Baez.
Javi Baez was always hailed as like, oh my God, this is the greatest player. It's like, have you seen him? He's a free swinger.
Dude,
He's whipping.
Like Baez, not only did he have a down year offensively, he Mathised. And I don't know if you're familiar with foolish baseball, but Mathising is when you have over 200 plate appearances and have an OPS plus below 60.
Jesus.
Historically bad.
Well, the thing with Mathis is he's a defensive catcher, so it's a little different. But
yeah, well, it's just a nickname for the.
Yeah, it's like Mendoza line.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like the analytical version of the Mendoza line. But yeah, I don't know if you can sell high on Bryant and Baez. I don't know if they think about trading Baez. But yeah, the Cubs, they still have
they're in
pitching.
trouble. Like hitting is a mess. I mean, pitching wise, you got a great year out of Jeffress. Your bullpen's still iffy, as it was showed against the Marlins. But Yu Darvish has had a good resurgence, so you're okay there. Kyle Hendricks is doing all right. You have a decent option there. So you have 3 pitchers. Do you have anyone else coming through the pipeline? That's your question.
Yeah, but if you're a team that's contended as much as the Cubs had, and with their willingness to part with prospects like Gleyber Torres and Eloy Jimenez, there's probably not a lot of guys in there. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if I'm the Cubs, I probably start liquidating the hitting. Although I don't know if you can get much. Maybe I wait a year, because good Lord, they gotta produce at least a little bit more in order for that kind of value to kind of rise up. I mean, Bryant, like a free agent after next year. He's probably a deadline get at this point, and deadline gets they're rarely shown to be big go-getters for prospects and cash and stuff like that. So yeah, the Cubs, they're in a weird spot. I can't get a gauge on them. Like I'll try watching them like on MLB Network, or I'll get on like Quick Pitch or something like that, and I'll just look and watch them play, and I'm just like, what the hell? It's kind of like the Islanders. For some reason, they're good, but I can't gauge why they're good.
Yeah, you can't put your finger on it, but it's like, all right, they're
like the Cubs shouldn't be. The Cubs should have been nowhere near.
The problem is the NL Central itself is a mess. The Reds were, they didn't do anything until like the last 10 to 15 games, and then they laid a massive egg in the playoffs offensively. The Brewers, their hitting core was demolished, and they became nothing. They were even worse than the Cubs in terms of hitting. They shouldn't have even made the playoffs. The Cardinals were just mediocre. They're just that. And the Pirates are legendary levels of trash. That's why they made the playoffs.
Yeah, they're the Pirates.
Someone's got to be the Pirates.
Yeah.
Might as well be the Pirates.
Yep. They were garbage. I didn't even pay attention to them. They were that bad. And I'm sitting there at the pitching staff who the fuck are these people? Who is Nick Tropiano?
The Jameson Taillon.
Taillon had Tommy John.
Again.
Yep. Felipe Vasquez, I wanted him traded at the last deadline. They didn't. And they said, we'll get him a thing of the offseason. He becomes a pedophile. Because why not?
Dude, that Felipe Vasquez ordeal was just...
It was bad.
Just wow. Of course, the Pirates.
Oh, yeah. And then our top prospect, O'Neal Cruz, goes and drives drunk after curfew in the Dominican Republic, hits a motorcycle, kills 3 people, and is probably going to jail for manslaughter. So, yeah, that's the Pirates right now.
Oh, you poor bastard.
Yeah.
Baseball is
there are punishment for our arrogance in the other sports. That's what I feel the Pirates are.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like with Pittsburgh and New York, it's literally the reverse. It's like in hockey and football, Pittsburgh is the one that's always successful and winning games when New York sucks. Well, not really the Rangers. The Rangers are getting it together, but at least for me, the Devils haven't. I mean, they're kind of on the up and up, but it's going to be a couple years until the crop kind of is ready for harvest. And baseball is the one where Pittsburgh suffers, and at least me as a Yankees fan get to look down for once. Until October, when Aroldis Chapman blows another big save and the lineup vanishes.
Awesome. Good question. What do you got next?
From the vaunted Flylatory.
Flylatory. Welcome back.
Flylatory.
Where do you think Mike Hoffman will sign?
Mike Hoffman? I don't know. I thought he would have signed somewhere by now. Either he's waiting for a contract. He might even sign in the KHL.
KHL? Well, with me,
it took a while for Dadonov to get signed, so there's that. I mean, he's not going back to Ottawa, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Especially after what his wife or
his girlfriend did with Erik Karlsson's wife.
It's absolutely despicable, by the way.
He lost all his leverage and got traded for nothing.
And he got flipped again for some kind of value. Personally, this is just my Devils side talking, but from a Devils perspective, since that's kind of I talk Devils a lot, I think if Hoffman were to sign here, I think he's going to sign like a bridge deal regardless, like a 1 or 2 year deal. Maybe he goes the Taylor Hall route and signs with a non-contender for at least 1 to 2 years, and then the team that gets him, like say a 2-year contract could be very optimal, and that team could flip him at the trade deadline for even more value because they have that extra year of control. That's how the Devils got so much for Blake Coleman, because even though Coleman wasn't exactly an elite forward, he still had a shit ton of intangibles and value that he could provide to a team. And he has, like, I think 2 more years of control left on his contract. And also not a lot of cap it. That's how the Devils got a first rounder and Nolan Foote.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like Blake Coleman as a player, so that's the reason.
You know me. Or you don't know me, but for the people that listen, Ming, you know me.
I know you.
I've been on the Blake Coleman train ever since 2018. I've always seen him as kind of a as an underrated, under the radar kind of guy. And now he's finally in the spotlight now in Tampa, getting a cup winning goal. Good for him. Mm-hmm. Good for him. Just absolutely good for him. Anyways, I think
You've
Hoffman...
done good, Blake. You've done good.
Anyways, in regards to the Hoffman question, I think he signs. I don't have a specific team, but I think he signs to a team that's not contending and is typically traded.
I mean, he's probably going to sign like a Taylor Hall deal, like a 1 year, prove it.
This is from Hollow. This is kind of a meme question. Who would win this battle? The Dream Team Eagles or the 2019 Browns?
Ooh, all right. Who blows it more?
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. I'm going to go Dream Team because the 19 Browns didn't have an offensive line.
Yeah.
And they also had a better coach. I mean, say what you will about Andy Reid and Philly, but Freddie Kitchens was completely out of his element.
Freddie Kitchens was... Dude. Things with the Browns is that with Beckham, I watched Odell Beckham for a long time. The Browns completely misuse him.
Oh, yeah.
Beckham is a underneath slant kind of guy. Every single time I'd watch Browns games, I'd see the box, the middle of the field, and within 10 yards wide open. I'd see Beckham matched up one-on-one with a guy who's not pressing. And I'm like, okay, run the slant route. Baker, call a hot route. Now, come on, you can call those in Madden. Can you call those in real life? Just hot route him to a slant route.
They're based off real life plays, so yes, you should be able to.
Like with Beckham, they just misuse him so much, and now he's torn his ACL, and now I'm starting to think more and more that the Giants sold the Browns a bag of somewhat damaged goods.
Well, the problem with with Beckham was just that if you wanted to like sell him, you should have done it back at the deadline or like the year before you signed him to an extension.
Because, aren't they still paying him dead cap? I think they're still paying him dead cap.
Yep, I think either for another year or so.
Yeah. Also with Beckham, it was the fact that he didn't have a good head on his shoulders in New York. He kept taking passive-aggressive shots at Eli Manning, which doesn't really bide well because franchise quarterbacks have a lot of... They carry a lot of pedigree. Mm-hmm. And teams will cut guys or trade them no matter how good they are, if they talk shit about a franchise quarterback, especially one like Eli Manning in New York, where everything is judged based off of if you win. Except for Henrik Lundqvist, even though he never won, he was just. Even as a Devils fan, I feel so badly for him. Now he's on the Caps, which who knows what the hell happens there with him.
You never know.
We're going with Dream Team Eagles for that one?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Dream Team Eagles.
Anyways, this is from Link. I don't know if you're a NASCAR guy or not, but
We'll take a stab at this one. What's his question?
predictions for the NASCAR Cup Championship at Phoenix.
Probably more salt and shit shows from NASCAR because that whole Harvick thing was a mess.
Yeah, like the only guys I know from NASCAR are Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Kevin and Kyle Busch, and Bubba Wallace, simply because of that absolute shit show of a scandal.
The scandal.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with NASCAR is that I don't knock NASCAR. Like, I mean, I knock NASCAR, I'll joke about it, because I'll just be like, haha, lol, redneck sport. But honestly, I watched a race, and my friend, the Link, the one who's actually asking this question, does a Cup series on NR 2003. That's just a bunch of computer cars, and he made a bunch of us as names. You're actually in it, by the way.
I think I remember seeing that. He mentioned it sometime.
The USD Cup
They're like,
series.
oh, you're winning the race. I do remember that.
The USD Cup series is it's always fun. It's a better system than what NASCAR uses now. They actually just go by points. And NASCAR goes by whatever the hell their playoff system is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but NASCAR, the thing is that it's probably better in person. Like, I could just imagine.
I was actually going to go to an event in Martinsville back in May before all this shit went down. We were going to meet a couple NASCAR followers. We were going to see a race. I was going to go with 5 points. And unfortunately, that never happened. So I still have yet to crack my NASCAR cherry.
I could just imagine, like, renting out an RV, sitting in the infield at like Talladega or something like
sitting
that.
on the roof.
Like, and the cool thing about NASCAR races is that you can bring your own cooler.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to pay exorbitant prices for beer. You don't have to pay $15 for a warm, flat beer at Yankee Stadium.
Huh.
And you can just sit there. You can bring your own grill. You just make your own food and just listen to some redneck rock and
fly a bunch of flags and you're there. You're good for the day.
yeah, that's gotta be a hell of a day. Just going down to a NASCAR race. That's what everyone tells me. It's just like, yo, man, you can talk in that redneck voice all you want, but once you're at a race, you're gonna be mesmerized.
Yep. Especially if you're in the infield. Those are probably some shenanigans that happen there.
Okay, in the infield, that's just a bunch of drunk, like, just rowdy, whole lot of Confederate flags. Oh my God.
Not anymore.
Like, Ming pulled it up on Google Images. I've already seen 2 Confederate flags.
Yeah, this was back in, not anymore.
Yeah, they banned Confederate flags.
Not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
4
like
Confederates.
NASCAR, yeah, those 4 bastards.
Well, I never got the Confederate flag shit. It was just like...
Like, really, man? Just like...
No, it's just like... it comes off as just like... like, we see them in southwestern PA. It's like, we're a union state, right?
Yeah.
It's like, really, man? It's like Pennsylvania.
Like, I get why people do it. It's like a Southern pride thing. It's not really a racist thing, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, people think it's racist now. I mean, in 2020.
Well, I mean, up in New Jersey, like, we look at Confederate flags and we're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
what?
I mean,
Like,
people bitch because I don't get it, and like, whatever. I mean, I think I get a point where it's like, okay, we're in southwestern Pennsylvania. We don't have a history of slavery or allied with the Confederacy. Get the fuck out. Huge difference.
Yeah. Anyways, This is from, again, iMoogly. What do the Orioles need to do to become competitive? Now, Ming here.
I would say they need to keep developing. Most off. Like, they're on the right track, but they need like some work.
Yeah, they're not spending big time money on any free agents. Yeah, everything's going to come from within, and even then, if they succeed, they're going to trade those for prospects. So, but yeah, they need pitching. Like that's a definite.
Pitching is an organizational problem.
Sure. Well, they just hired a new pitching coach that they've been grooming for a while. So hopefully that hired from within.
No, this is from like the minor leagues, kind of.
Oh, sure.
Like minor leagues. This is a deep-rooted problem that you gotta really, like, you have to hire a whole staff dedicated to digging that staff out and examining why you can't develop pitching.
You just want the Orioles to be the Yankees farm system again, man. Or is it, hey, Mussina, come on over. Hey.
Yes. Okay. First of all, that's
which is fair.
Okay. First of all, the Yankees farm system is. Well, we have poached a couple relievers from you.
Sure.
Zach Britton
for sure.
In my opinion, you should be the Yankee.
In a way, but
in my opinion, you should be the Yankee closer. Zach Britton was
they exercised his option, so
a former Oriole.
You got him for another year.
Yeah, Zach Britton. Other than that, the Orioles aren't really the Yankees farm system. If anything, that would be the Marlins because of Derek Jeter. The thing is, Yankee fans, we think that the entire league is our farm system.
That's entitlement, baby. Well, technically, you can be. Can the Pirates be your farm system? We could use some good players.
Well, I mean, just thing is, that's just like who do you guys even have? like no disrespect whatsoever.
Can you
but
name some?
But do you guys even have any Josh Bell? Even then, the Yankees have Luke Voigt.
But Josh Bell is not developing.
He had a really, really good year.
He had a good couple months. He was good in May and June. He was just raking, but after that, it's just Jesus.
It's painful stuff.
Hardcore pain.
Hey, at least you fired Neil Huntington.
Yeah, dude, everyone's saying oh, we fired Hurdle. We're keeping Neil Huntington's really? No. They were doing interviews during the whole damn thing. It's Jesus Lord.
Yeah. Hey, at least you have the Pens and Steelers. Yeah, the Orioles, I think they just need to keep their course and try to at least develop pitching.
Yeah, it's going to be another 3-4 years off from any competitive baseball. I don't love waiting, getting beat up, but that's baseball.
I mean, the Orioles are kind of the Yankees farm team in a way. I mean, we beat up on you guys every year.
Yes. Yes. And then
it's I remember before that that series in September, I think, when the Orioles were a game back of the 8th seed.
Oh right, they got.
And I remember we were texting each other. We're like, oh my god, this is
important.
This is an important game. Yeah. This is the first competitive. This is the first first series with stakes that we've seen between the Yankees and Orioles since
swept all 4 games, right? If I remember correctly, or 3 out of 4 came.
Yeah, I think the first game. I think they took all 4. Yeah. I think the first one went. I think the first one was when Garrett Cole tossed a complete game shutout. Yep. Yeah. And then it was just oh no. Then Luke Voigt hit 2 rockets.
He did.
In the second game.
What?
And then,
time, prospects, and some starting pitching depth, or some starting pitching at all.
Yeah, good.
That's your short answer.
I mean, Cosmo Kramer looked pretty good.
Cosmo Kramer did look pretty good, but it's still it's a little too early to tell whether or not the Orioles pitching system will ruin him, and then he gets traded to another team, becomes a Cy Young candidate, or another Jake Arrieta or Dylan Bundy.
You guys still there?
Yep.
Yeah, we're still here.
You guys kind of cut off on me for a second.
Yep. We're here.
This is from Dr. Salt again.
Oh, hey, 2 times. Double dipping.
Do you guys think that winning the World Series gets the label off Kershaw, considering in the past he's been set up to fail by Dave Roberts?
Probably. I mean, I always struck me as like the Ash Ketchum. You know, he'd have this like crazy failure due to reasons in and out of his control. And then Ash Ketchum would win this like random like tournament that like is apparently considered illegitimate.
Well,
and I'm like, it's either he's going to win like, you know, like now, or he'll win like when he's like 40.
Wait, Ash actually won technically
in
Alola. No, he won in Alola. He's like the most recent. That was like number 3 trending on YouTube for like a week. Ash Ketchum winning Alola. Like in Sun and Moon. Like he won the Orange League.
That's right, when he finally won, you mean?
Yeah, that was when we dedicated a whole segment to it. God, okay, the big thing, Tree, I don't know if you know about this, but in the X and Y series, Ash made it to the Kalos League final, and he got screwed over by stupid type matchups. His Greninja somehow lost to a Charizard. Granted, it was a Mega Charizard X. It was just OP. Yeah, it was just, dude, Ash Greninja in that entire series was bust. That's why Greninja's my favorite Pokemon. But yeah,
my Pokemon lore isn't really like super like high up, but even I know when shit's real.
Oh yeah,
like Ash Ketchum winning a tournament, like that trended.
Oh yeah, but he was like, it's so funny. In the span of 3 years or the last 4 years, we have, in terms of the memes that we've lost the Eagles, we've lost the Capitals, we've lost the Blues, we've lost we've lost Clayton Kershaw.
Yep.
Yeah, like this year's been trying to break me. It's not good.
And we've lost Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, I know who's left. Well, there'll always be
the Democratic Party, depending on how these turn out.
Yeah, well, see, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, this whole thing's a shit show.
Yeah,
like hundreds of thousands of ballots magically appearing out of nowhere, all voting for Biden. And everyone says it's mail, and it's like,
Cameron Woolley, the election.
Like at 4 a.m. in the morning, it's like, wait, what? Okay.
Whoa, the Yankees made a move. Apparently, the Yankees.
Did they acquire Joe Biden for future considerations?
No, they didn't acquire Joe Biden for future considerations and random mail-in ballots. They actually acquired veteran shortstop, former San Francisco Giants shortstop, and Garrett Cole's brother-in-law, Brandon Crawford.
Really? Ooh.
I think this might be speculation. I don't think this is happening.
Still not a bad move.
Wait. It was speculation.
Yes.
God damn it.
Don't put my hopes up, man. Come on.
So, dude, I
thought baseball was going to do something.
Dude, it was clickbait. It was such a clickbait headline. It was pros and cons of Yankees trading for veteran shortstop Brandon Crawford.
It didn't happen. Thank you, SNY. You suck.
Yeah, dude. Of course it's SNY. Of course.
Yeah. They got to resign LeMahieu first, man, before this.
Oh, my God. Dude, if they traded for Crawford, I'd kiss goodbye to DJ LeMahieu. I wish I would be livid if they let him go. Personally, I feel like the Mets are going to poach him in just a power move from Steve Cohen to get excitement in the fan base. Because Mets fans... Okay, but Mets fans love nothing more than screwing over the Yankees. That's why they traded for Marcus Stroman.
It's not even about that. It's about, I think the Phillies. I think they go after JT Realmuto. Because he's a big free agent, and the Mets do need catching help.
Oh my God, yeah. I saw on Twitter a video compilation of Wilson Ramos grounding in the double plays. It was
Wilson Ramos was a solid catcher, but he just didn't have it this year.
Yeah. Anyways, next question from Mantic. Do you think the Dolphins are legit? Or
Not yet. I mean, they have a shot at a playoff berth. The AFC is just really competitive. I'm surprised how they came out against the Rams. I'm surprised how well they played defensively on special teams. I think Flores is doing a good job down there. My worry about them was that he was way too green as a coach. I thought he needed more time, but he's been proving me wrong there. I thought he did good work with the Patriots defense the last couple of years. So I'm glad to be wrong on that front. Issue for them is going to be offense. If Tua Tagovailoa is going to be the big deal or not.
Yeah.
If he's not, then, I mean, you have that Texans pick. But, I mean, he needs more time, I feel like.
Tua could be kind of a baptism by fire kind of thing. I do agree with you.
What's happening with Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, and they want that. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're going to sit, especially since Herbert was picked ahead of him, or picked after him. And Herbert's currently lighting it up in Spanos land.
Yeah.
Another question from Hollow. This one just hot and ready. Do you think the Josh Anderson contract has a chance to be worse than the David Clarkson contract?
It depends. The main thing is you better hope that injury was just injury related.
That is
a ridiculous risk. Like that is a huge risk. But the problem is it's Bergevin, so it'll probably work out just because.
Yeah. But trading away Max Domi, that is just...
Domi, he wasn't going to get paid there.
Yeah, good point. But you trade Max Domi to shell out for a power forward. Like, even though, granted, I like power forwards, I think they add value to a team. But 7 years? Again, we learned this thing with David Clarkson. Wow, I'm actually just realizing how similar this contract is to David Clarkson.
Oh, it's the same contract. 7 years, $5.5 million.
Oh, wow. Shit.
The thing with Clarkson is he was coming off a weird year, and he did not fit the Toronto system.
Because Clarkson was after a lockout. And
yeah, it was that lockout after the lockout year.
Now, I remember in 2012, Clarkson had...
Oh, he was a beast. He was 30 years.
David Clarkson. I saw him score a goal. I saw him score a nifty deflection off of a shot from Bryce Salvador in Game 5 of the 2012 Stanley Cup Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that series just never ceases to piss me off. Game 1 was the one that really just still, like, whenever I think about it, it just makes me go, God damn it. Because like Mark Thain missed a wide open net on a rebound.
Would have changed everything.
It's like, I still shudder a little bit when you mention the names Anze Kopitar, Jeff Carter, Justin Williams.
Good shit. Alec Martinez.
Okay, Alec Martinez doesn't give me flashbacks. I'm not a Rangers fan.
Interesting.
Jarrett Stoll, that one.
Henrique.
Okay, Adam Henrique makes me happy. That makes me happy.
Henrique, it's over.
That goal was has been the microcosm of the Devils Rangers playoff rivalry ever since 1994.
Yes. Feels good. Well,
Yeah.
It felt good for a little bit. And couldn't quite finish it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for the
That was great. Everybody, keep them
bag.
coming, man. Keep them coming.
Everybody, absolutely keep them
Throw it
coming.
up on Discord.
love
Send a
this.
DM via Twitter at Cam Woolley Show. Smoke signals, carrier pigeons.
Yeah, send a raven.
Yeah, tape a note here at the studio door. I'll get it. Slip a letter under the door. However you want to get it to us.
Man.
We love it.
Oh my God! Breaking election news: CNN projects that Joe Biden will win Michigan.
Oh, that's
Wow. That
Here are
is.
these hundreds of thousands of votes immediately for Biden coming out of nowhere. Oh yeah, that's definitely not going to cause controversy.
Oh no, that's definitely not going to get not going.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to piss people off.
That's definitely not going to get returned.
If people thought this was going to be ending in fucking yesterday, dear God, not happening.
So I was in a call last night with a bunch of guys. Dude, we were just going crazy. I was up until like 1:30.
Saw that you're tweeting till very late.
I did a great job as as an election analyst. The thing is, it's just like I'm kind of trying to cherish the last election that that I don't have any big stake in.
Oh yeah, next time you get to throw your hat in the ring, bro.
Next time, 24.
Yeah, man.
I got to. Yeah, dude, that's gonna
finally should be interesting.
That's gonna be crazy.
Should be interesting. Right on, Tree Man, you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
man. Check out Urinating Tree on YouTube. 412,000 subscribers.
I still can't believe that. Oh, speaking of which, I'm uploading Sports Ball Week 8 right now.
Week 8 is
and it doesn't have a sponsor on it, so it's not going to be delayed this week.
Absolutely, that's really good. I'll be sure to watch tonight. That's always.
As I said, I felt like this one was weak. I don't know why. Just I don't know if I hit a wall or there just wasn't much that really happened. But I don't know.
I know that.
I struggled to write it this week.
your Tree 2020 logo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The middle finger.
You should have voted for me, then this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Trey, I got one question for you. That plaque that YouTube sends you when you hit 100,000. Where is it in your room in your house?
It is right behind me. Actually, it is nice. Right by my door. I got it randomly. It's oh hey, you can show. It's because I never got a notification hey, you can get your 100,000. I'm hey, I had my 100,000. Do I guess I never did this huge pomp and circumstance because it's just a number, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They don't hand those out to everybody. We don't have.
I know. There was the fake notes oh, YouTube cares for me. I'm only one of 60,000 people that have ever gotten this.
Yeah, and it actually looks pretty
great,
cool.
Boys.
Awesome.
So sad.
Yeah, we only have 38 over here.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Sometimes it just comes randomly. You never know.
Yeah. With you, it was actually the election 4 years ago that had you pop off.
Yep. Well, it was part of it. That gave me my impetus to start making videos again. Because I know people bitches oh, this was a terrible video, and you get bitch because it's it leans one way. But if I don't do that video, I'm not doing what I do now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll do a vid on the election this year because it seems like another fucking minefield. But dude, it's then everyone's gonna bitch. It's oh, that's what ballots or mail-in ballots are for. It's not rigged. It's
yeah, with me, I really don't like to get political on here, but
don't get me wrong. Trump is an arrogant buffoon. Let's not beat around the bush there.
Oh yeah.
And I figured Trump was gonna lose, but that, come on,
dude. It's I don't like to get political a lot, but before today, I was kind of pashaisha about stuff with voter fraud, and it's I figured it was just
there were issues like that before hanging chads in Florida, the Diebold voting machines in Ohio in 2004. Everyone Democrats bitched about the Russians.
Oh
and, in 2016, it's
don't even get me started.
And that's the thing. The Democrats are bitching oh, why don't you take it fair and square? It's you didn't do it either. You try to recount and you lost 140 votes.
We know that both sides. We knew that
people
both sides
just about politics and smug Twitter check marks are the worst Twitter check marks, and they're really smug right now.
Oh my god, dude!
It's it's getting bad.
Yeah, just I am I look at my Twitter feed.
No offense to you, man. I know you're a check mark as well, but
I
don't mean you.
I cry about the Orioles and I post food. That's about it. So sorry.
I'm sorry, but I shit post. That's all I do on Twitter.
Yes.
If you're not using Twitter for shit posting, you're doing it wrong.
Yes, that is at Urinating Tree. Everybody, if you're not following it, start following it.
I probably lost some followers with my recent tweets. I'm just shit posting about the election.
Oh,
it's
dude.
not even anything siding with one side. It's just Like one's just like ref ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Trump, pass interference on Wisconsin and Michigan.
Tank Bowl
Penalties
2020.
Tank Bowl.
Tank Bowl.
It is a tank bowl.
Dude, it is. Dude, it's so funny. It's like I remember last night it was it was just Trump blowing him out in like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. I remember I'm like, oh my God. Then I'm thinking, there's mail ballots. There's so much that's gonna be counted. But there's just so much, dude. This is gonna be like my parents. Granted, I wasn't born in 2000. Hell, I wasn't even a thought in 2000. But from what I heard, Bush Gore was
rough. Like Gore was literally going down the elevator, and he lost Florida.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and this year everybody's saying, "Oh my God, it's gonna be like Bush Gore," and I'm like, I don't have any reference to that, but okay. And meanwhile, I'm seeing so much. I'm seeing so many headlines like, did this county stop counting this ballots at this time? Or, that there's 10,000 some odd ballots over here that haven't been counted up, 50,000 here, 100,000 there. Oh, hold on. Dude, you know both sides lawyered the shit out of themselves. Mm-hmm. They just lawyered up both sides. It's going to be... Like, I'm just enjoying the last time I can have of, just like kicking back and relaxing during the election before I'm 20 and I have to, actually vote and root for someone big time.
Better things ahead, hopefully.
Well, yeah. It's like I was talking with someone last night. Don't look at me going down the rabbit hole of this right now, but like I was talking with someone last night. Tree, you may or may not know him. His name's Hogthra.
Yeah, I've heard of him before.
He was saying, it's like, listen, this election is about the next 7 months. It's a very short term kind of ordeal instead of the next 4 years. Also, am I the only one that gets so many pet peeves of every 4 years? Everyone telling me that this is the biggest election of our generation.
Well, dude, they were doing a huge election blitz this year, and I mean huge.
Oh my God, yeah, like the NFL. I haven't seen a.
It's every fucking organization. It's like it doesn't even feel genuine. It's just like. Okay,
it's the company.
You should vote, but for the right candidate.
Like you said, yeah, we at the company want you to vote.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what the NFL is. They are the embodiment of the company. It's like, oh, yeah, we were wrong about Kaepernick. We're sorry. It's like, why don't you give him a job? No. We'll just play the Black National Anthem for 1 week. That'll get the people on our side. It's like, really?
Well, the thing about Kaepernick was that the publicity that he got.
The media circus, and everyone will say like it's because he was blackballed. I don't really. He wasn't good enough to justify the circus. If he were 2012 Kaepernick, he would have gotten a job.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If he were 2012 Kaepernick, yeah. And I remember after like he got cut or he didn't get cut, but he opted to go into free agency, and he wasn't getting any offers. He was like, oh no, I'm going to stand for the anthem. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Mm-hmm. Now you're saying that. This is going to help you get a job.
Yeah, he mentioned like, oh, I'm going to stand for the anthem now. It's like, yeah, I wonder why you're doing that.
Yeah, really?
And now we're at the point where standing for the anthem is now considered controversial, which, I mean, what a world we live in, right?
That's so weird how so much stuff, it's so polarizing now, man.
Oh, dude. It's either you're with my side or you need to be fucking eradicated.
It's like
there's no such thing as civil discourse. No such thing.
It's like you're either...
and just wait till the hate speech laws get passed.
It's like I see so many people on the right talking about like Democrats. They're calling Joe Biden a socialist. I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay,
Joe Biden's a
like,
puppet, dude. He's not a socialist. Maybe
know,
the people under him are, but Joe Biden is not a socialist.
and I'm sitting there. I'm
He's
like,
as establishment as it gets.
I'm like, dude. I'm like, okay. Like, dude, what? Like that. And people like calling, like on the left, calling Trump a dictator, a fascist dictator. And I'm like, okay, first of all,
Trump is child's play compared to like other shit, dude. He is nothing.
like people were, I saw people kind of like in a fit of rage comparing him to Hitler, but I've seen people calmly compare him to Mussolini. I'm like, dude, that is
Mussolini. Jesus Lord. Is he invading Ethiopia? Does he have aspirations of rebuilding the Roman Empire?
so it's like I never learned much about Mussolini. It was always in history class. It was oh yeah, we're gonna learn about Hitler, we're gonna learn about Stalin, we're gonna learn about FDR, but only the New Deal in World War II FDR, but and we're gonna learn about Hitler, a little bit of Hirohito, a little bit of
Well, we
Winston
don't really talk
Churchill.
about Hirohito because he stayed in power. You're talking about like what's his name? Tojo. Admiral Tojo.
I didn't hear much about him, but like I didn't know a lot. The only
He was like the head general of the Japanese
it was
army.
kind of like the Eisenhower of Japan.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but yeah, if you guys want to see more election analyst Cameron Woolley, just follow my Twitter at Cam Woolley Show. It's where the majority of my content comes from. You only see me here once a week. You see me on Twitter every day. You get to see me bitch about a lot of things. You get to see me bitch about whether it be ballots, whether it be Gio Urshela getting royally robbed of a Gold Glove, which is something that I forgot to mention today.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week.
Yeah. Well, even though, dude, actually, can we just give like a slow clap to the MLB for
scheduling the Gold Glove Awards on election day?
Rob Manfred is so out of touch.
Not only if they did it like 5, that's understandable.
Sure.
They did it at like 8.
Yeah.
When the polls in Florida were closing.
Right.
Florida.
They couldn't have waited a day or two or a week for that. I mean, does it have to be? It didn't have to be yesterday, but whatever. They didn't want to wait. They had it scheduled, and apparently
Days even before they scheduled it on election night.
Yes,
It's like, what the
nobody
hell?
looked at what else was going on that day, apparently, and
November 3rd, the first Tuesday of November.
I'll check this out.
Yeah, first Tuesday in November.
I'll care about this. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, people will watch this.
Yeah.
Even then, nobody actually watches. The only time I ever watched an award ceremony was when Taylor Hall was up for the Hart Trophy.
Oh, yeah. Right on. Cool.
Yeah. Anyways, long show this week. Well, we had lots to talk about.
Special guests.
Lots to talk about. Yeah. Anyways, from Ming Chen, urinating tree. It's been an honor.
Def, man. Glad I could be on.
Yeah, I'm glad you could be on it.
Yeah, we really thank you.
Oh my God, man.
Welcome back anytime.
You've been my guy for God, I swear, this week in sports ball has become NFL primetime for a lot of people. And from Ming, Tree, in a shared universe podcast studio, I'm Cameron Woolley. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, follow me on Twitter, share, tell your friends, and stay classy, New Jersey.